Welcome to Grand Prix, your go-to channel for the fastest updates in Formula One. We've got 3 hot stories for you, so make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay ahead of the pack. Let's get started. After everything that's happened over the past few weeks, Red Bull is once again the center of attention heading into this race weekend. And it's not hard to see why. We're only at the 3rd Grand Prix of the season, and the team is already making a major change, bringing in a new driver to replace the outgoing Liam Lawson. If you're subscribed to Grand Prix, you've been following all the behind-the-scenes developments that led to this moment. The team's clear dissatisfaction with Lawson's performance and their sudden decision to swap him out for Yuki Tsunoda, despite Lawson having barely been given the time to adapt to the car or the team. But what do you think? Was this the right move by Red Bull? And more importantly, do you believe Tsunoda has what it takes to finally become the reliable teammate Verstappen needs? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And while you're at it, check to make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on so you don't miss any updates from the world of Formula One. And of course, if you're enjoying this coverage, hit that like button. It really helps support everything we do here at Grand Prix. Now, let's talk about Max Verstappen, who, as usual, is not holding back. The reigning world champion has made it clear that he's not happy with the way things have been handled inside the team. According to Verstappen, Red Bull is making the wrong calls, not just in terms of personnel, but in how they're handling the car's performance issues. In his view, blaming the drivers is just a convenient distraction from the real technical problems. Speaking directly in Japan this week, Verstappen stated that the main issue at Red Bull isn't the drivers, it's the car. He explained that the car has become increasingly unstable, with performance varying dramatically from one corner to the next. Sometimes it feels fine, and other times it behaves unpredictably, making it hard for any driver, even himself, to know how far they can push before they risk losing control or spinning out. Verstappen was candid in his assessment. The car's current state is not one in which a second driver can be expected to perform consistently. For Red Bull to expect better results from anyone alongside him, they first need to build a car that is more stable, more forgiving, and more competitive. Until that happens, no amount of talent will compensate for poor car behavior. He added that merely trying to extract a little more performance out of the current machine isn't going to be enough. For Red Bull to return to winning races and fighting for titles, a major update package will be necessary. Something that doesn't just improve lap times, but also restores driver confidence in the car's behavior across different track conditions. This level of criticism is rare to hear so openly, especially from a team's top driver. But Verstappen isn't known for sugarcoating things. And honestly, his concerns are valid. Red Bull's success over the last few seasons has largely come from building cars that suited him perfectly. So when he starts pointing fingers at the car instead of the drivers, it's worth listening. So now we ask you, do you agree with Max Verstappen? Is the root of Red Bull's recent struggles really in the car, not the drivers? Or do you think the team made the right call in shaking up the lineup and giving Tsunoda a shot? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Grand Prix, like this video, and ring the bell so you're always updated with the fastest, sharpest takes in Formula One. We'll see you soon with more news, straight from the paddock. It's no secret anymore. Red Bull is facing one of the most turbulent periods in its recent history. A team once known for its internal stability and dominance on the track is now dealing with multiple controversies, key personnel departures, and mounting pressure from within. Names like Adrian Newey and Jonathan Wheatley, both crucial figures in Red Bull's success, have reportedly either left or are on the way out. And to make things even more complicated, the team continues to struggle with its driver lineup, unable to find anyone who can consistently come close to the level of Max Verstappen. And Verstappen? He's clearly unhappy. The reigning world champion has expressed deep dissatisfaction with the team's current situation. So far this season, Red Bull has failed to deliver a car capable of winning races or seriously competing for the championship. That alone has already triggered rumors that Verstappen might be ready to move on if the situation doesn't improve, and fast. Some reports even suggest he could leave as early as next season, with Aston Martin emerging as a serious contender for his signature. Why? Because that's where Adrian Newey, his longtime trusted ally, might be headed. It's no stretch to think that if Newey builds a project around Max, the Dutchman might follow. But now it's your turn. Do you think this is the beginning of the end for Red Bull? Or can they turn things around? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Grand Prix and turn on notifications so you never miss an update from the world of Formula One. Now, let's get into what really stirred the paddock this week. Former F1 driver and current Sky Sports commentator Ralf Schumacher didn't hold back when giving his take on Red Bull's current state. In his words, Red Bull is falling apart. Schumacher argued that the team's recent form and internal drama are signs of deeper issues, and that the only reason they remain even somewhat competitive is because of Verstappen's brilliance. According to him, Max is the one single-handedly keeping Red Bull in the fight, bringing in points far beyond what the car realistically deserves. He went even further, saying that behind closed doors, things are on fire at Red Bull. And what's more surprising is his claim that Verstappen appears calm not because he's happy, but because he knows he might not be there much longer. Schumacher believes Max already sees no real future at Red Bull, and that his current attitude reflects a mindset of detachment, knowing he has other offers lined up and that the team's performance, good or bad, doesn't change much for him anymore. He even stated that Aston Martin is prepared to do whatever it takes to bring Max on board, offering him full adaptability and the kind of personalized approach no other team on the grid can currently offer. Not even Mercedes, who seem fully focused on the development of young talent Kimi Antonelli. Schumacher's warning was crystal clear. If Red Bull loses Verstappen, the situation could spiral out of control. Without Max, and with no other driver able to consistently deliver results, the team could quickly fade from the top tier of the grid. So what's your take? Do you agree with Ralf Schumacher? Is Red Bull truly falling apart from the inside? And could losing Verstappen mark the end of their dominance in Formula One? Drop your opinion below, and don't forget, subscribe to Grand Prix, leave a like, and ring the bell to stay updated with every twist and turn of this high-speed drama. See you in the next one, and buckle up, this story is far from over. How are you feeling about Yuki Tsunoda's Red Bull debut at the Japanese GP Grand Prix? So, how are you feeling ahead of Yuki Tsunoda's debut with Red Bull at his home Grand Prix in Suzuka? Do you believe he has what it takes to adapt quickly to the car and deliver a strong result right off the bat? Or are you skeptical about this mid-season lineup change? While fans are certainly intrigued, there's one person in the paddock who doesn't seem too enthusiastic about this recent decision: Max Verstappen. The reigning world champion has made no effort to hide his dissatisfaction with Red Bull's move to drop Liam Lawson after only 2 races, denying the young talent an opportunity to fully settle in and show his potential. Now, with Tsunoda stepping into that second seat, there's a new dynamic forming inside Red Bull, and naturally, everyone wants to know how Verstappen is responding to it. During a press conference this week in Japan, Max was asked whether he intended to help Yuki get up to speed and adjust more easily to the demands of the car and the team. His answer was candid and a little cold. Everyone trying to succeed in this sport works hard for it every single day. They deserve a chance, for sure. I only saw Yuki briefly yesterday. He was busy at the factory. But at the end of the day, it's not really up to me. He has to figure things out for himself, because my experience isn't his, and it won't help him directly. That response left little doubt. Verstappen doesn't believe mentoring a teammate is part of his role. And to some extent, he has a point. In Formula One, where every fraction of a second matters, it's not unusual for drivers, even teammates, to focus solely on their own performance. The reality of the sport is often harsh. No one is going to hold your hand. You either prove yourself or you're replaced. Despite the cool reception from Verstappen, Tsunoda remains optimistic. He's spoken confidently about the car, saying that it's not as difficult to handle as people make it out to be. In fact, he's gone so far as to say he believes a podium finish at Suzuka is possible. That level of self-belief could be crucial. Racing in front of a home crowd provides an extra layer of motivation for any driver, and Tsunoda is no stranger to delivering under pressure. The energy at Suzuka, combined with the chance to drive for one of the most successful teams on the grid, could unlock a new level of performance for him. Still, adapting to a top-tier team mid-season is never easy. Red Bull's RB chassis is known for being tailored specifically to Verstappen's aggressive driving style, which has historically made it difficult for teammates to match his pace. Whether Yuki can break that trend or suffer the same fate as those before him remains to be seen. So let's turn the question to you. Do you think Verstappen is justified in stepping back and letting Tsunoda find his own way? Or should a world champion make more of an effort to support his new teammate, especially in such a high-pressure situation? And what about Yuki? Is his confidence grounded in ability and preparation? Or is he underestimating just how demanding the Red Bull seat really is? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to Grand Prix. Tap that like button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another high-speed update from the world of Formula One. We'll see you back here soon, with all the results from Suzuka.